How many times have you done something without a second thought? Something you've always done, only to realize that lately, it just feels different, maybe a little off, a bit more challenging, or even surprisingly risky. It's a quiet truth that many of us face as we gracefully step into our mid-60s, and beyond the world doesn't always change around us. But sometimes, how our bodies interact with it does. Things that were perfectly harmless, even helpful, for decades can suddenly present a new kind of danger. A subtle shift that catches us off guard. This isn't about dwelling on what we can't do, or what might be lost. Instead, it's about recognizing these shifts and empowering ourselves with knowledge, so we can continue to live full, vibrant, and safe lives. It's a painful reality to acknowledge that our bodies are not the same as they were at 40 or 50, but it's also a powerful secret to unlock greater safety and well-being. In this video, we're going to gently explore 5 common things you probably do or interact with every single day, that can unexpectedly become a bit more dangerous once you're over 65. We'll uncover why they change, and more importantly, what simple, practical steps you can take to mitigate any risks and keep enjoying your independence and comfort. You might be surprised by some of these, so make sure you watch right to the end, because there's something waiting for you that might just surprise you. Now, let's gently dive into these shifts, starting with something that's often overlooked because it seems so straightforward: those everyday medications and supplements you rely on. You know, that ibuprofen for your knee, the allergy medicine that helps you sleep, or even those vitamin supplements you've been taking for years, for decades. These might have been your trusty companions, providing relief or boosting your health without a hitch. But here's the unexpected truth: after 65, your body processes these things differently. Think of your liver and kidneys as the body's meticulous filtration system. As we age, these vital organs don't always work with the same youthful vigor. They might metabolize drugs more slowly, meaning a medication stays in your system longer, potentially building up to higher levels than intended. What was once a standard dose might now be too much, leading to increased side effects like dizziness, drowsiness, confusion, or even more serious issues like kidney damage or high blood pressure. Imagine you're taking an over-the-counter pain reliever, something simple like ibuprofen, for a persistent ache. You've used it for years without an issue. But now, with your kidneys possibly not filtering as efficiently, that ibuprofen could start to affect your blood pressure, or even subtly strain your kidneys over time, especially if you're already on other medications for those conditions. Or consider a common antihistamine you might take for allergies or to help with sleep. While it used to make you a little drowsy, now it might leave you feeling significantly more groggy, disoriented, or even prone to falls because your body is taking longer to clear it. It's not just prescription drugs that interact. Those seemingly harmless vitamins and herbal supplements can also cause trouble. For example, St. John's wort, often used for mood, can interact dangerously with blood thinners, making them less effective. Or certain ginkgo biloba supplements might increase the risk of bleeding if you're on medications for heart health. The key here isn't to stop taking what you need, but to become a detective for your own health. Always have an open conversation with your doctor or pharmacist about every single thing you put into your body, whether it's a prescription, an over-the-counter remedy, or a dietary supplement. Keep an updated list of everything you take and review it with them regularly. Ask about potential interactions, especially if you start feeling new or unusual symptoms. It's about being proactive and ensuring your medication cabinet is working for you, not against you. Now, shifting gears from what you put into your body to how you move through the world. Let's talk about driving. For many of us, driving represents freedom, independence, and connection. It's how we visit loved ones, run errands, and explore. And for most of our lives, it's a skill we master, almost second nature. But here's the difficult truth after 65 changes in our vision. Reaction time. And even the side effects of some medications can turn what was once a routine commute into a surprisingly dangerous situation. You might notice your night vision isn't as sharp as it used to be, with glare from oncoming headlights becoming almost blinding. Or perhaps it takes you a split second longer to react to a sudden stop sign or a child darting into the street. Peripheral vision can narrow, making it harder to spot a car in your blind spot or a pedestrian on the curb. Arthritis or stiffness can make it painful or slow to turn your head to check for traffic, or to quickly move your foot from the accelerator to the brake. Even something as simple as adjusting the rearview mirror can become a little more cumbersome. Think about a busy intersection at dusk. The lights are glaring, cars are moving quickly, and you need to make a left turn. What was once an easy calculation of speed and distance now feels like a complex equation. You might find yourself hesitating, or misjudging a gap in traffic, or maybe you're feeling a bit drowsy from that new blood pressure medication. And suddenly, those familiar roads seem less clear, and your focus isn't quite what it should be. The goal isn't to take away your keys, it's to ensure your continued safety and the safety of others. So, what can you do? Regular eye exams are crucial, specifically discussing your night vision and glare sensitivity with your optometrist. Talk to your doctor about how your medications might affect your driving. Consider taking a defensive driving course designed for older adults. Many insurance companies even offer discounts for completing them. These courses can help you update your skills and learn new strategies for safer driving. You might also consider limiting driving to daylight hours, avoiding busy highways, or using alternative transportation like ride-sharing services or public transport for certain trips. It's about being honest with yourself, listening to your body, and making choices that keep you safe and confident behind the wheel, or finding equally liberating alternatives that serve you just as well. Now that we've discussed how changes in our bodies affect how we interact with medications and the open road, let's bring that same thoughtful attention right into the place where we spend most of our time, our own homes. Our homes are our sanctuaries, places of comfort and familiarity. Yet, ironically, they can also become surprisingly dangerous spaces after 65, not because of anything nefarious, but because of seemingly innocuous everyday items and arrangements that, combined with the natural changes in our balance and strength, become unexpected hazards. We're talking about fall risks. A simple loose rug, a poorly lit hallway, or a cluttered pathway can transform from a minor nuisance into a serious threat. As we age, our balance might not be as sharp, our muscles might not be as quick to react, and our bones might be more fragile if we do take a tumble. What might have been a quick recovery from a stumble years ago could now lead to a fractured hip, a head injury, or a long recovery period. Imagine you're walking from your bedroom to the bathroom in the middle of the night. You've done this thousands of times. But suddenly, that small area rug by the bed, which used to be perfectly fine, catches your foot because your gait isn't quite as steady, or your eyesight isn't picking up the subtle difference in height, or maybe the light in the hallway is dim, making it hard to see a small obstruction you usually navigate effortlessly. Clutter, stacks of magazines, cords trailing across the floor, or even just furniture placed in awkward spots, becomes a treacherous obstacle course. Bathrooms, with their wet, slippery surfaces, are notorious for falls. Getting in and out of the shower, or simply reaching for a towel, can become precarious. So, how do we transform our safe havens into truly secure spaces? Start by looking around your home with fresh eyes, almost as if you're a detective looking for hidden dangers. Remove all loose rugs, or use non-slip pads to secure them firmly to the floor. Ensure all areas are brightly lit, especially hallways, staircases, and bathrooms. Consider installing nightlights in bedrooms, hallways, and bathrooms. Clear pathways of any clutter, cords, boxes, newspapers. Install grab bars in the shower and next to the toilet. Use non-slip mats in the bathtub or shower. Keep frequently used items within easy reach so you don't have to strain or reach into high cupboards. And choose footwear that offers good support and has non-slip soles, even when you're just pottering around the house. These aren't big, expensive renovations, but small, thoughtful adjustments that can make an enormous difference in preventing falls and keeping you safe and independent in your cherished home. Now, let's talk about something that isn't a physical object, but a pervasive feeling that can become profoundly dangerous after 65 social isolation and loneliness. This isn't just about feeling a bit down now and then. It's a serious health risk that many people don't even realize they're facing. As we move into later life, our social circles can naturally shrink. Friends might move away, or, sadly, pass on. Retirement can mean losing the daily camaraderie of colleagues. Family might live far away, or their own busy lives might limit frequent visits. Suddenly, the robust social life you once enjoyed can feel much smaller, leaving you feeling disconnected and alone. And while solitude can be a wonderful thing, prolonged loneliness is incredibly detrimental to our health. Far more than many of us realize, it's been linked to higher rates of depression, anxiety, and even cognitive decline, making us more susceptible to memory problems. It can weaken our immune system, making us more vulnerable to illnesses, and even increase the risk of heart disease and premature death. This isn't just a mental state, it's a physical threat to our well-being. Think about a typical week. Are most of your days spent alone, with little interaction outside of perhaps a quick phone call? Do you find yourself longing for conversation, for shared laughter, or for simply being in the presence of others? It's easy to fall into a routine that, while comfortable, inadvertently leads to deeper isolation. The good news is, this is an area where we have immense power to change things. Proactively seeking connection is key. It might feel a little awkward at first, like stepping outside your comfort zone, but the rewards are truly life-changing. Look for opportunities to join a club, perhaps a book club, a walking group, a gardening club, or even a local bridge or knitting group. Volunteer for a cause you care about. It's a wonderful way to meet like-minded people and contribute to your community. Senior centers often have a wealth of activities, from exercise classes to arts and crafts, to social lunches. Embrace technology where you can, video calls with family, or even joining online communities that share your interests. Make an effort to reach out to neighbors, even if it's just a friendly wave or a short chat over the fence. Consider getting a pet if you're able. The companionship and routine can be incredibly fulfilling. The goal here is to nurture your connections, just as you would any other aspect of your health. It's about recognizing that our emotional well-being is just as vital as our physical health, and that actively engaging with others is one of the most powerful medicines we have. Finally, let's talk about something incredibly fundamental to our health, something so simple that it's often overlooked, yet becomes surprisingly dangerous after 65: staying adequately hydrated. We all know we need to drink water, but as we age, our body's internal signals for thirst become less effective. This means you might not feel thirsty until you're already quite dehydrated. Our kidneys also become less efficient at conserving water, and certain medications, common in later life, can increase fluid loss. The consequences of even mild dehydration can be significant and dangerous: dizziness, confusion, fatigue, muscle cramps, and a significantly increased risk of falls. Severe dehydration can lead to kidney problems, heat stroke, and even hospitalization. Think about a warm summer day. In your younger years, you'd feel parched after some light activity and reach for a big glass of water. Now, you might not feel that strong urge, even if your body desperately needs fluids. Or perhaps you consciously limit your fluid intake later in the day to avoid frequent trips to the bathroom at night, not realizing the cumulative effect of reduced hydration throughout the day. Coffee and tea. While fluid, aren't ideal hydrators, and sugary drinks or alcohol can actually contribute to dehydration. The solution here is wonderfully simple, but requires a bit of conscious effort. Make hydration a habit. Don't wait until you feel thirsty. Sip water consistently throughout the day. Keep a water bottle nearby as a constant reminder. Set alarms on your phone if you need to. Include hydrating foods in your diet, like fruits and vegetables, which are packed with water. Limit those drinks that can act as diuretics, like excessive caffeine or alcohol. If you have a medical condition or are on medications that affect fluid balance, always discuss your hydration needs with your doctor. Remember, water isn't just a drink, it's essential for every single bodily function, and ensuring you get enough of it is one of the easiest, yet most impactful ways to safeguard your health and prevent a host of dangerous issues as you age. We've embarked on a fascinating and incredibly important journey today, shining a light on 5 common aspects of life that, while familiar, subtly shift and can become surprisingly dangerous as we gracefully move past the age of 65. We started by exploring how those everyday medications and supplements, things we've trusted for years, demand a new kind of attention as our bodies process them differently, requiring careful conversations with our doctors and pharmacists to ensure they're always working for our benefit, not against us. Then, we considered the open road, acknowledging that changes in our vision, reaction time, and even the effects of medication can make driving a more challenging endeavor, prompting us to embrace proactive steps like regular eye exams, defensive driving courses, and knowing when to seek alternative transportation for our safety and peace of mind. From the wide world outside, we brought our focus inward, right into the comfort of our own homes, recognizing that what seems like harmless clutter or familiar layouts can become unexpected fall hazards as our balance and strength naturally change. We talked about the simple yet profound adjustments we can make to our living spaces, securing rugs, improving lighting, installing grab bars, transforming our sanctuaries into truly secure environments where we can move freely and safely. And then, we delved into something less tangible, but profoundly impactful, the often silent danger of social isolation and loneliness. We uncovered how the natural progression of life can sometimes shrink our social circles, emphasizing the vital importance of actively seeking connection, joining clubs, volunteering, and nurturing those precious relationships that nourish our minds, bodies, and spirits. Finally, we looked at the most fundamental of all, hydration, understanding that our body's thirst signals diminish with age, making it crucial to consciously and consistently sip water throughout the day to prevent a cascade of issues from dizziness and falls to more serious health concerns. It's easy to feel a little overwhelmed when we talk about these shifts, but please, let's not focus on fear. Instead, let's focus on empowerment. Every single one of these common things has a simple, actionable path forward. This isn't about giving anything up or living in constant worry. It's about living smarter, more aware, and more confidently. It's about adapting, not retreating. Our later years are meant to be a time of wisdom, joy, and continued discovery. And by understanding these subtle changes, we can ensure they truly are small. Consistent changes really do make a monumental difference to your health, your happiness, and your independence. Think about it: a quick chat with your doctor about your medications, securing that one loose rug, making a phone call to a friend, or simply keeping a glass of water nearby. These are all tiny actions that build up to a much larger feeling of well-being and security. What resonated with you the most today? Have you noticed any of these shifts in your own life, or perhaps in the lives of loved ones? We would love to hear your thoughts, your experiences, and any tips you might have in the comments below. Your insights are incredibly valuable and can help so many others in our wonderful community. And if you found this video helpful, if it sparked an idea or offered a new perspective, please consider giving it a thumbs up. That simple click helps more people find this important information. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We're here to share more practical advice and inspiring ideas to help you navigate every stage of life with confidence and joy. Because living your best life at every age isn't just a dream, it's absolutely within your reach. Keep shining, keep exploring, and keep living life to the absolute fullest.